Welcome back to The Bridge. Joining me now is Alan Berson, author of Leadership Conversations and a lecturer at Wharton Executive Education and Georgetown's McDonough School of Business. Alan, your book, Leadership Conversations, how do you see that plays into this whole discussion of the gaps that exist between the private sector and the public sector?
Well, I think it's critical. First of all, you've got to figure out who you are as a leader and what conversations do you need to have to be successful. And what the previous panel talked about was the conversations that aren't happening and the fact that we're in a disruptive change period, and the dynamic nature of that is that nobody is really able to set the table fully. So the gap is that you just don't know where you should be going, and yet that's the conversation that we need to overcome.
Does this town have a shortage of leaders, in your view?
I think it does, because you expect the president to be the sole person to set the vision, and yet vision is something that's a mindset that everyone has to have, of allowing people a vision and thought leadership to propel you forward. What we end up doing often is we think like managers and we manage a situation, and right now we've hit the pause button where nothing is happening.
We heard a lot this morning about communication and the lack thereof. I'm going to give you a hypothetical, okay?
Sure.
Let's say I'm a government contractor. I've been performing the contract for years, and one day I go to visit my customer and I walk into the office and the customer's not there. There's somebody new sitting right there in the place. And I say, I'm here to introduce myself, I'm your contractor, and just want to talk to you, and what are we, what is happening and so on like that. And the government official says, well, thanks for coming in, Jim, but we're just new here. We're just starting to organize. I'm not sure where we're headed. I don't know what my budget is, and I'm not even sure who I work for or who works for me. So I'll tell you what, in 6 months, I'll give you a call and we can talk about it. So what do you, as a leader or a CEO of a company, do in a case like that?
First thing is probably breathe.
Yeah.
The second thing is say to them, look, I could come back in 6 months, but I think what would be more productive is if I work with you during this period to come up with a vision that will help you and your agency achieve its mission as it develops. So I'd like to be talking to you now and not wait the 6 months. My whole goal is to team with you, to be a part of what you're trying to achieve.
And you think that you mentioned hearing in your book as being an important part, and listening, I guess.
Yep.
So my question is, is there a way that as a contractor we can somehow get that message to the customer that we want to listen, that's what we're here to do?
So managers really tell people what to do, leaders ask questions. So what you want to be doing is asking questions of this individual, showing them that you care about them, you care about what they're trying to achieve. And then when you listen in their frame. Listen in a way that will help them know that you're there for them, not that you're just there for your own company and its sales. So
we're running a little shorter time, so just give me as your final thought, what do you think is the one kernel that you would like to leave with the audience this morning?
Okay, everything is relationship based. So if you don't form a relationship with a new person, you're going to be out of luck. What you've really got to do is you never have enough relationships. The ones you don't have are the ones that will fail you. So you've got to move forward, build those relationships, make them trusted, and ensure that you're in that conversation with them so that you can both be successful.
Very good. Well, I certainly commend your book to the audience for reading, and I want to thank you for being here this morning.
Thank
Alan,
you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Alan Berson.